the dark art of pessimism. When the glass is half empty, when the ground, not the sky, is the limit, when destiny is doom and gloom, when your answer to humanity is misery or reciprocating neglect, you may as well wonder where it all went wrong. But back then, I did not worry about what went wrong. I was not told anything, so I did not know that I could look for hope. I was like 7 years old, a junior student in a quote unquote sufficient school, which I would nowadays believe is actually a bit, well, run down. It should not be denied by anyone who was there. That school for children like young me was actually a bit dim and gloomy inside, even in the summer. Generic plain morals of common cartoon characters, worn and torn, colored missing wooden tables and plastic chairs, and most windows would take away a lot of the sunlight. Every classroom was a bit different, but my common classroom had all of that poor condition and gloominess that I have been talking to you about. Specifically, yet, there was little to no sunlight in my classroom, and the fluorescent lights were dim and exposed the class in an unexplained, uncanny way. I could say the same about the school's indoor playground. You could call it tinnitus in visual form. Deep inside, I always felt a bit uneasy at that school, especially in my class, but I moved along as if ignorance could solve the hidden discomfort. Really, I would have been fine if it weren't for those teachers and students. I was the quietest kid in my class ever. I did not know why. What I did know was that I had no friends, and I was equally unresponsive to other students and to whoever was teaching during each given period. But what caught me off guard every time, every day, was the behavior of some of the students and how the teachers would act in such situations. Occasionally, the noise of the children would protest the teacher's control of the class, perhaps too frequently. The teachers would not help me learn very clearly. I always felt I did not know what was going on or what I was learning at that time. The loudness that arose with the collective vocal repetition from the class to the teacher's phrases kept scaring me inside and making me nervous and quiet. I was always confused, but always played along with what was going on politely in class. I would, for example, have to look around to see if it was lunchtime by noticing students standing up, picking up their bags, or opening their lunch boxes, or when the entire class starts moving out of the room and I would not know why, except to follow the line and listen to the teacher being loud, hoping that I would not get lost on my way to another class, or even to the way downstairs to recess and to the playground. Playground. I knew, even back then, that this small and narrow playground was supposed to be free and fun for all the junior students, including myself. But I always felt lost and lonely there. All the children would take everything and jump onto everything and play with everything. So I would just stand there or walk around quietly with nothing to do except to wander through my own clueless mind in silence. Perhaps to hear also some childish screaming and shouting on top of that. But the teachers did not care. There was no notice or slight consideration of this erratic and chaotic school that was like a small darkened bubble. Those teachers were blind to the morbid reality of subtle antisocial incidents by the students and to the long due need of attention to the silent victims in between, let alone my helpless life. I needed help even if I did not know that I needed help. All the teachers had turned a blind eye to neglect that I had in school. The series of disappointment and misery was adding up. Every step of the way, I was frustrated and helpless wherever I should have been understood, fine or all right. When will I ever be fine? When will everyone stop getting away with being so inconsiderate or rude? Every time I was content, there would just be something or someone a little later ruining my mood or my situation. I did not want to play along anymore. I did not want to ride on this emotional roller coaster anymore. I wanted to jump off it. I had enough of this. I thought to myself, I want to be silent and angry forever. My internalized rage had come out not as raw rage. Instead, it had been molded and hardened into a mental shell around me. Nothing could break through to me. Nothing could reach me. Nothing and no one could save me or help me. Hence, I will not let anyone be able to disappoint me or ruin my mood, because I had no mood. Formerly unresponsive, now completely unresponsive. I had no more interests and no more hobbies. Anger was my life. Isolation was my identity. It was not like the teachers would notice, since I was always alone, especially the students, since they were foolish and careless anyway. I was degrading and ruining my own curious mind, but this was my way, and it was working. But after a few days, I was interrupted by my family at home. I was being told that being stubbornly silent and angry was not all right, and that I should stop doing all that before I start being called crazy. Obviously, I did not give in. This was saddening, but it was not like I was actually going to be helped anyway. Ideas like pushing through these problems would not work for me. Problems were problems. Ignoring them did not help me, even when I tried. Eventually, as exams happened and my experience was not as intense anymore, I did not need to keep up my angry silence. Yet the damage had been done. I was quiet, but now also very inattentive and also socially withdrawn. Any attempt at social interaction felt off or strange. I do not understand why and how, but apparently I was nominated one of the best in my classes. Myself saying that really shows that the educational and social experiences do have separate matters to consider, but that a lot of teachers decide to focus on only one or the other, which is partly why help for students fails. From where I lived back then, I still had a few pessimistic episodes in whichever schools I had been moved to, although by a lesser degree. I was still not alright, and the schools were inconsiderate at best, and antisocial or abusive at worst. I mean, did you not smack my finger with a pen for ignoring overwhelming homework when I'm already having neglected personal issues? In any case, that is not even my life anymore. Not even close. I'm no pessimist. I want to be compassionate and make stuff fun for you. I'm happier and more considerate to others, given where I am and what I am like right now. There's still so much I have yet to work on or move on to if I want my life to be just right. The obstacles are so big right now. So let's get that preparation and energy to jump over or even break them. Ah, I'm sorry. Anyway, I actually want this YouTube channel to be a manifestation of my emotional intent. Cliche key descriptor. Passionate and calming and stuff. I just want you to feel loved and relaxed wherever and whenever you come visit this channel. Take a look and hopefully enjoy the goodies which I have prepared and made for you. I mean, think about it. There are some of you out there who may have also had your particularly strange bad days or even pessimistic episodes because of matters like depression, sadness, trauma by incompatible values and culture being forced on you, guilt for not fitting into a group or family, abuse, or really just social issues and disconnecting from or breaking up with someone. But also, what you're feeling still counts regardless. You could be the victim, or you could be the culprit. Your feelings still matter, and you still deserve to be loved and be at peace. Not everyone will understand why, and sometimes I would not either, but I want to give you a chance. I want this YouTube channel to be an opportunity for that. Understanding, compassion, relaxation, and so on. So, I hope you feel welcome to be here. Welcome to talk. Welcome to be yourself. So, hello. Hi. Hey, hey. I'm Poland, like Poe, but you can call me Polly, like Polygon. You can tell me in the comment section about how you're feeling, and I'll have a read for you. Soon, there will be more goodies for you. It's okay not to subscribe to my channel. Just feel free to come visit anytime. Please take care of yourself. Thank you.